Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Jacob's Garage. Now, I wanted to start this video by apologizing. I have done something which I said in a previous video I would never do. And I honestly feel like it's kind of made me a little bit of a sellout and dishonest. And, well, I guess I just better show you what I did. I bought an exhaust. Right, so I guess I owe you guys an explanation. In a previous video where I did the install on the snorkel, I did say that I probably wouldn't put on an exhaust because I don't like the sound of 4-cylinder diesels with an exhaust. They kind of sound like a wet granny fart, in my personal opinion. And that opinion hasn't really changed, but this modification is less of a aesthetic or sound quality or something like that. I'm not putting it on so like when I drive past some high school guys, they go, "Ooh, look at that thing, it sounds so cool." No, I don't like the sound. But I believe that it's almost necessary if you're going to be doing traveling and off-roading, like more serious off-roading, when you're going to be going over stuff where you're going to ramp over angle. That's it, ramp over. So when you look at the stock exhaust on a Raptor, the muffler, she hangs kind of low. She hangs below the chassis herself. Get the camera in here. So if we look at that giant thing right there, it's hanging below the chassis rail. So if I ever hit a rock or a berm or something and it catches on that, it's gonna do some damage. Now, what kind of damage would it do? Well, if I'm lucky, all that it would do would probably be to tear it there and probably rip that off or something like that. That's the best case scenario, or crush that. Worst case scenario is further up. Now, what could happen there is it could either break the DPF, which you don't want to get rid of because number one, that'll make your car illegal, or it'll break it and you'll have to replace it, and it's not cheap at all. And the worst, most annoying thing that could happen is it could break the rear housings on the turbos, and those are all things that you don't want to happen. So this modification is not for, making my car louder or anything like that. It's purely and simply because I don't want to have to damage very expensive components. And that's why I bought an XForce exhaust. Mainly because it's stainless. It doesn't need to be stainless, but it was stainless. And it was cheaper than some of the other brands out there. I'm not going to name some of those brands, but for a stainless exhaust that's pretty much exactly the same as this XForce one, some of them are asking for about $1,500 for a length of pipe. Now that's just absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know how they justify that price. I don't care if it's handmade out of gold by a Dubai prince, it's not worth that kind of money. So I bought an XForce stainless steel exhaust, which is pretty much exactly the same as those $1,500 ones, for $400. And in this video, I'm going to install it. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we've got. Just broke my razor blade. Alright, so she is actually quite a chunky boy. It's a decent size right there. Like I've got big hands, and that's A lot bigger than factory. I don't know, maybe it'll sound nice. I have no idea. You guys be the judge. Get off bubble wrap. Hello there. Nice of them to add a little bit of a flex joint there for you. Those are some nice welds, actually. Not bad, XForce. And then obviously some hardware. Hopefully it comes with the gaskets. I don't know how much explanation you guys are going to need for moving this exhaust, because it's quite simple. First of all, we're going to take this plate off here. It's one bolt in each corner. I think they're 15 mil from memory. So we'll undo that. Then we'll undo these bolts here. Undo those bolts up there. And then we'll get a bit of WD-40 or grease and a screwdriver and pry these rubber hangers off. And then drop the exhaust.
Oh, it's like the bell from Big Ben. Big Ben clock. Right. Big Ben is the bell. The clock is a tower. The clock has no name.
Wear hearing protection, kids.
Come on. Rusty out. And another rusty out. Come on. Okay. Hangers are back here. Maybe this one. No, there's two. Come on, bell.
There we go. Wow, this exhaust is actually really light. That almost seems hollow. Let's get this out of the way. Nothing to it but to do it, I guess. So that's that removed. Now we just have this. Ow! That's sharp. Front section. Oh, look at that. So we just need to unbolt it from that DP off there. Which means we'll have to get. Ow! So we'll remove this little shield so we can get to these nuts a little bit easier. It really hurt. Hopefully they're 8 mils. Oh, spot on. Not that they make that anymore. Ow, that really hurt. You're going to be hearing that a lot from me and from yourselves if you end up doing this. Because there's just some painful things. There's that shield removed. No. Oh, damn it. No, there we go. So then I'll remove these 2 bolts. This is very informative. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm going to ASMR mode because I'm right next to the microphone. Hello, how are you? Get my other tool here. Let's see if I've got enough strength to crack these loose. I'll put the camera down for this one. I did get those nuts off. Level of difficulty? Oh, my knuckles. That's how difficult. Because you don't have much room between there and there to get much leverage on a rusty cooked nut. That one's not so bad, but still, ow, Because you can't really get a deep socket or an impact because the DPF is right there. So, now we got this little wiggly boy. I never knew how much these things actually wiggled. But it hangs on here. We should have enough leverage to just pull that out now. Setting you down. Hello again. God, that's bright. There we go. And slide that out. Oh, it's so small. It actually reduces in size. The bastards. Anyway, if you guys ever wanted to see what the inside of a DPF looks like, see if we can. There it is there. So that's a DPF. Alrighty. It did come with gaskets, by the way, which is a good thing. So this is the first pipe we need to put on. Man, look at the size of that. Not bad welds. I mean, they're not show welds, but who needs show welds? It's not a concourse car. But look at the size difference. Like, you could put that pipe in that pipe. Not that you need to, it's not like it chokes, but it's nice. I like it. So, we need to change those rubber hangers over to that pipe. And I mean, to install the new exhaust, it's pretty much the reverse of what we've already done. So we'll take our big ass new pipe, slide it in, push it through its hanger, and dirt. Alright, we'll take our gasket here, and then we'll feed our new hardware in. I wonder which side they want us to do this from, because it doesn't really matter. Get that one in place. Ow, cramp. Do the other side so we can make sure the gasket's in the right spot. At this moment, I'm kind of just talking to myself. You guys aren't idiots. Now, we're not going to be doing that up tight yet. Not until the rest of the exhaust is on and in position. Then we can tighten everything up, because otherwise you might get things a little, you know, wishy-washy, dooley, hoops or what's-its.
Don't worry, I figured it out sort of. Come on. That's sort of right, maybe. Keep that a little more. And shift this one a bit more. So how have you guys been? I don't think you guys really understand how awkward it is making YouTube. I mean, I'm just literally laying under my car, talking to you guys, but I'm not actually talking to you guys. I'm just talking to myself, really. And that's just what a fella does. I don't know. This galvanized coating just coming up in my ear. It's awesome. Okay. Make sure it's like move that over so it sits in a more natural position. Which don't want that no more. I think it's sitting pretty much where it wants to. Okay.
So yeah, let's tighten some nuts.
I don't think there's a single camera angle that would be flattering for me. I will if I use this handy dandy little tool here. Yeah, sometimes having the tools really helps. If you can get one. I'll just pop it. Somewhere. Ah, got it. There we go. Cover your ears. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. Nice. It's bamboo and anything else. Okay.
Still ringing. Huh. Yeah. All right. And as we can see, much more ground clearance. Except for the hanger. That's just in a weird spot in that fuel tank. That'll have to be addressed. Anyway, I guess you guys want a cold start or something like that. So, let's do that, I guess. Not that it's much of a cold start. It is bloody 35 degrees. Honestly, to me, it doesn't sound much different, which is a good thing. It means my neighbors won't hate me and I won't hate life. It's not exactly cold. I did have to come back from work, so let's give it a bit of a rev. Actually, honestly, pretty quiet. I mean, I hear more from my snorkel. Should we take it for a drive? I think we should take it for a drive. So, how was that, guys? Did it sound any different to you guys? Sounds about the same to me, which is bloody awesome for for the way I wanted it. Plus, it'll help with a little bit of extra free-flowing exhaust. Maybe help the turbo spool a little bit better. But it's obviously a fairly short video. I don't know how long it's going to be in the edit, how much I'm actually going to leave in, but honestly, the install only took about 15-20 minutes if you cut out all the me having to get up and run up to the garage to get tools and whatnot. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, found it informative. Maybe it'll help you make a decision when you want to put an exhaust on your Raptor or your car. Yeah, I mean, you didn't really need me to explain how to do it. They're fairly simple, even for someone who's never really worked on a car before. But, I mean, this is probably one of the first exhausts I've ever bought to put on a car. Most of the other times I've made my own exhaust, but my welder broke, and this was cheaper than a welder. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.